Hi everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another royal video. So let's bring it back round to the last video I did. A lot of you had so much to say about their appearance at the Canucks game in Canada. Now, obviously, we know that Meghan was playing up for the cameras. No one really cares about that. We're used to it. But what has genuinely upset people is the fact that Meghan was pulling the face that she did when the singer was singing "Oh Canada," because it is a national anthem and you just, for 2 minutes of your life, you just be respectful. Meghan wasn't. And we've seen this behaviour before where Harry and Meghan were in the church service where Liam Payne had been performing, the former One Direction bandmate of Harry Styles, and Meghan and Harry were sitting there giggling. Meghan did something very similar, but as you can see, everyone around them was being respectful. Chris Sanchez, the bodyguard, Harry, he was completely ignoring her. Lots of you also referenced that she looked like this gif. It was a toss-up between this gif and this one from Ursula being the Little Mermaid, which I always find funny when Meghan said that she was the Little Mermaid. No, you weren't, darling, you were the Sea Witch. But all jokes aside, I can understand why Canadians are very much offended by Meghan laughing and giggling her way through their national anthem, not helped for the fact that it was also autism awareness and the lady singing is actually someone that has autism as well. So it's like a double whammy where people are really disgusted by her behaviour. Now, before everyone's blood pressure starts rising and we start talking about the duplicitous duo, let's talk about something happy, something warm and something festive. Because as I told you, I'm embracing it this year. As you can tell, there are gradually more and more decorations going up in the background. See if you can spot any new ones. But Catherine has announced that she is doing Together again at Christmas. It looks like it's going to be a continuous annual event, and I'm so excited and happy about this. And it's nice to include this now as part of our ongoing Christmas TV traditions. It's beautiful to watch, and you get to see all the attendees from charities, organisations, armed forces, people that have maybe been honoured for one brave deed or another, children that have done charity fundraisers. I mean, the amount of people that go to this. There's always lots of incredible entertainment, amazing performers, incredible singers, and who knows, we might even have the Princess of Wales playing the piano again. Prince Louis, that little bit older, we're yet to see him. This could be the year that he debuts at the Christmas Carol concert. And I'm in no doubts that big sister Princess Charlotte will be keeping him in check. So it's always a really nice, exciting thing for us royal watchers on the calendar. And I love all the traditional Christmas Carol songs being sung, and it's just really beautiful. It's a fluffy thing, like sitting there with your big snuggly jumper on and a big cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows. It's a perfect way to get into the spirit, as it were. Now, speaking of Christmas traditions, there is a upmarket department store called Kitson that has a tradition of its very own. The store, made famous in the early noughties by lots of celebrities, has put Harry and Meghan on their display windows. Unfortunately for Harry and Meghan, they're on there because they are on the naughty list. In previous Windows displays, we've had Chrissy Teigen, who got cancelled for being a terrible cyberbully, a celebrity troll, as it were. They also had Hunter Biden, who himself seems to be a walking scandal, regardless of his laptop. They had the AOC, who was called out for her hypocrisy, walking the Met Gala steps, talking about taxes and money. I'm quite surprised that she's not actually defended Meghan Markle at any point, because they sound like they're cut from the same cloth. Now, obviously, there is a long list of reasons why Harry and Meghan would be on the naughty list, but it's actually their hypocrisy over their use of private jets. They use them like Uber, whilst preaching to the common folk about carbon footprints and eco-travel. Harry even set up an eco-travel company where we're all meant to get rated on the carbon footprints that we leave behind. It's a little bit hilarious when you think that Harry and Meghan in 1 week have a higher carbon footprint than most of us probably do throughout a lifetime. So I can imagine, with all of the bad luck and negative attention that Harry and Meghan have received recently, there are some plates being smashed in Montecito. Meghan herself being once an LA wannabe, well, I suppose nothing's really changed. I'm in no doubts that she herself has been in the Kitson store, so I'm sure Kitson are just waiting for the legal letter to hit their front doorstep. Now, back in Blighty, back in the good old UK, it has officially been announced that Sandringham will be setting some extra places at the royal family Christmas table. Thankfully, it's not for Harry and Meghan. It is, in fact, now for the very modern blended family, which makes up the royal family. We have Princess Beatrice, who of course is married Edo, who has a little boy Wolfie that we've seen previously actually on the Christmas Day walk with the rest of the royals. She will obviously be coming with her stepson. And then of course we have Queen Camilla, who will be having her children and her grandchildren, which as they took part in the coronation ceremony, it would seem a little bit odd if they didn't have them included in the family traditions. Much like Queen Camilla is Prince William and Prince Harry's stepmother, whether Harry likes it or not, King Charles is obviously a stepfather and a step-granddad as well. So I think it's lovely that they're including all of their family together. That's what part of Christmas is all about after all. Now I'm pretty certain there will be someone in Montecito that will not be happy, but hey, what's new? Harry has been getting more and more angry and bitter since he left for freedom, and he has trashed his stepmother, who he once said was not an evil stepmother. He has spent the last year being particularly vile about his stepmother and finally made his father stop turning the other cheek. I'm in no doubts that we will of course be hearing about Harry's complaints in due course, because despite Harry accusing his family of being in bed with the media and selling stories, he and their friends, or otherwise known as sources, have been briefing the press a fair bit of late. After sources for the Duke and Duchess of Montecito leaked that Harry would be contacting the King, that he would be calling him for his birthday, yes, the Telegraph, through Harry and Meghan's sources, found out before the King himself found out that his wayward son would be giving him a call. But not only was that released from the Sussex camp, as quoted by the reporter, it was also leaked to the media details of the conversation. Now, as you know, I'm on the fence that this conversation took place because I find it so bizarre that their spokesperson weeks before had said that there was no contact between Harry and his father, but now this phone call took place. But every intimate detail from that phone call, that he spoke to Meghan, that she's been sending photographs of the children, that the children did a pre-recorded happy birthday message. Let's be fair, there's only going to be the person at the end of that call that would know about that. And again, the press knew about it. I'm 100% certain that the King wouldn't have been the one that would have leaked all of that information to the UK press. Now, it's not the only story that has come out from Montecito, because again, the Telegraph said that an unnamed friend of the couple told the Telegraph that they would readily accept an invite to attend Christmas if offered. How very gracious of them. They were not interested in seeing the Queen while she was alive. They didn't go see her in summer at Balmoral. All of the invites that she gave to them to come visit her at Christmas, they turned down every single one. Harry also turned down to go spend some time with his father when it was the Queen's first anniversary of her passing. They have never brought the children over to play with their cousins, to meet any of their relatives. But now all of a sudden, because the royal family has stopped offering olive branches after spare, and they've stopped clearly trying to keep the peace, now they suddenly have put through the UK media that they hate and they sue, that they would be receptive to an offer if they got one. Now, this is two things. One, they are trying to bulldoze the royal family into doing it. And two, because it's now been made public, it means when the invite doesn't come, which I don't believe it will, they can play victim. Oh, but they offered an olive branch to the King. No, they haven't. What is happening is Harry and Meghan are in complete freefall. In fact, they've fallen down to the lowest I think they can go in terms of when they declared Megxit. They had all these mega £1 million deals, and now they have got zip. When you think about it, they said that they would never forgive the royal family until the royal family have done an official apology, not even a private apology. They wanted, the King to do a statement on TV to apologise to Meghan. These apologies have not happened. In fact, they have not been given anything that they have argued about, the security, anything in the last couple of years. Harry has made it very clear that he's not interested in reconciling until he and Meghan get an apology for the apparent treatment that she received. So the fact that none of this has actually happened and they have not got their way, we're expected to believe that Harry and Meghan want to let bygones be bygones all of a sudden. It's highly suspicious, isn't it? Obviously, they are getting desperate. It's been reported that Meghan is apparently getting really snappy and frustrated with Harry because she's trying to make him see that he needs to make up with his father. I think someone is finally beginning to realise how truly insignificant that they are without the royal family, and those bridges have well and truly been burned. The royal family are done with them, and I think Spare was the final nail in that coffin. It's pretty obvious the only reasons why Harry and Meghan would want to come. They want more footage, they want more ammunition, they want the association to be royals, because everything else that they're touching is turning to... First of all, we've got the Invictus Games. It seems to be in trouble, hence their appearance to detract from what might have been a financial scandal brewing. Then you, of course, have Harry's Better Up, the mental fitness company, whose staff have also been leaking that it is an incredibly toxic culture. Staff are incredibly unhappy. They let workers go to save money, but pay Harry, the unqualified self-proclaimed mental health expert, $1 million per year to be little more than their mascot. All Harry does for Better Up is open doors for them. Harry still gets invites because of who he is, and then people use him to piggyback. He just sadly can't see that he is swimming in a sea full of sharks. As for Meghan, why would she want the association with the royal family? Well, let's keep it real. There has been no invites to the Met Gala, no Oscars after parties. There's no big contracts coming in. Netflix are reportedly frustrated with them. Spotify didn't only cancel them, they completely trashed them. They've had multiple executives speak out about the fact that they are lazy, beeping grifters, that Meghan has got absolutely no talent. There are no big interviewers interested in them, not even the late shows. The only people that seem to be interested in Harry and Meghan are the adult cartoons. And let's be honest, they're not for flattering reasons. Now, Meghan, when she did actually get near a microphone at the Variety Awards that we saw recently, Meghan declared that they had lots of exciting things on the slate and they were creating things that would make people feel. That's what she said. That's what they're doing. Well, when you consider the last time we heard from Meghan and what content that she and Harry were so excited to be bringing to us, she said that they were creating programming that informs, elevates and inspires. And we ended up with a 6-part documentary about Harry and Meghan. The only feels we got from that was nausea and anger when they yet again trashed our Queen, our country and the royal family. So forgive me, I don't have high hopes for anything that they have on the slate. In the 3.5 years since they found freedom, what exactly have those two achieved? All Harry and Meghan do is talk the talk, and no amount of photo shoots at charities and using other people for PR, no amount of speeches that they give will ever amount to anything. They have not achieved anything other than monetizing being professional victims and having the world globally laugh at them. Those are the only two talents that those two have, and I can honestly say that I feel that they have overachieved in both of those areas. So guys, that's it for me for this video. Have a wonderful weekend and I will be back with you soon, where we have got to talk about men in uniform. Ta-ta for now. Bye!